Tamɔ TV. Ajatwengme kemenche.
Good afternoon, everyone. You're welcome to Fingerprints. Today happens to be another Tuesday, and we are here to discuss about small-scale mining that in local parlance called galamsey, the balancing economic benefit and environmental stability. So we are coming to talk about galamsey. But before we talk about galamsey, the workers, the staffs of railways, those who are managing our old age railway, they are now at home and they are not happy about the situation. We'll talk about that for some few minutes before we delve or dive into galamsey or the small scale mining. So we are not going to break at all. We continue straight. My name is NII Odai Kofi, and I'm going to do this with Honorable
Tamɔ Shitɔ
and
Benjamin Lochu.
Continue.
So as you know, usually on the show, I talk about what I do, my profession. I'm a fashion designer, as you know. I deal in all kinds of clothes, traditional, corporate, wedding, all kinds of clothes, and also I do for schools too as well. So the headmasters and the headmistress out there, if you need anyone to sew your school uniforms or your Friday wears or your jerseys for you, you can contact Luchu Clothing on 0247 250 345. 0247 250 345.
Good. Okay, thank you too. So we are going to talk about railway, the workers, the situation that they are in now, even the passengers who are also complaining, because railway is some kind of transportation that is so good for the people. But what are we experiencing or seeing within 3 weeks? The train has been packed. What is the reason? So let me come to studio. So Honorable, I'll start from you. We are talking about railways. Honorable, for about 3 weeks now or so, we are not hearing the honk of the train again, and this has pushed some commuters, some people who board the train, to at least to lament about it, because it is a safer way for them and also fast. What is your take on this?
Well, thank you very much. It's a privilege and an honor to be here, and I want to use this opportunity to greet all viewers out there. I think that the concern you've raised regarding the train situation is very sad. It looks as if we rely on only one train for this kind of movement, and we have people who commute daily, as you mentioned. So if it happens that indeed the train has not been working for some time, then it implies that this is causing discomfort to passengers and economic activities.
Exactly.
It's high time Ghana we put in place measures to make use of trains in this country. So if this one that we have is not even working, it means that it's going to create unemployment situation for even people who work on the train, and it's also going to create a form of loss to the government and the country. At the end of the day, the taxpayers' money that's going to be used to pay these people who work in this train institution. So if people are not working and they'll be paid, it means that we are creating a loss for the country and also kind of affecting the economic situation in this country. So this is not something we have to take lightly. If something of this sort is going on, the public should be known, should be made known. That's the situation. They should be accountable to the people. So I think we have to use this thing as an opportunity to amplify this situation so that they can be given the needed attention so that they'll quickly come back to commute people to work and other activities in general. Thank you very much.
Exactly. So those who board train from Tamɔ to Accra, they are lamenting about the situation because the train is no more working. Has it developed any problem or the race? What is the problem? Those who also work in this train, they are also at home. So as Honorable said, what are they going to do? This is the time that the Ministry of Transportation has to do something about it as much as possible so that this train will come back to the race. So Ben, your take on this?
Thank you.
You know, I joined the train too as well.
Okay, so then.
So now it has become an extra budget upon my pocket, because I mean, at first it reduces your budget, because comparing the price of using the train to trotro, I mean, the trotro is higher than the train, and also, you know, the traffic situation in our country. So when you are using the train, it reduces that traffic effect from there. But for 3 weeks now, the train has packed. No, the only reason that we got was they said there is a fault with a bridge somewhere. So the government have to ask the boss or those who use the train to pack the train for, I think, 6 weeks, so that they will use that 6 weeks to repair the bridge that is spoiled. But for, I think, 3 weeks now, nothing has been done. So, like Honorable said, the workers are in the house, they are complaining, and we that use the train too, we are also complaining, because it has become an extra budget in our pocket. We have to plan for that extra budget, which we didn't plan for. So now it has become extra burden upon us. But what I want to tell the government is, the train fetches them money. So why not invest in the railway system better? Comparing us to the other Western worlds, you realize that most of them use the railway system more than the normal road system. So I will tell the government to pay so much attention to the railway system, because imagine using train from Accra to Kumasi to reduce that traffic situation or that accident that occurs on our road more often. So to the government, we are pleading that you should solve this situation for us, because in your campaign message you told us that you were coming for us so that you will lessen our burdens. So now the opportunity has come for you to lessen another burden of ours. So if you can attend to the situation, we will be very glad. Thank you.
Okay, so Ben, for this train saga that we are talking about, for you, if you look at things, like how many days or weeks are you expecting the train to come on the race?
Left to me alone, by tomorrow, the train should be on the road.
No, you see, I'm not happy with you laughing about this particular thing. This is a serious something. Yeah, so I'm not happy about you laughing about it.
No, the reason why I'm laughing is I wish the train is even working today. Yeah, that's why I'm laughing. I wish it's even working today. But left to me alone, today the engineer should be on the bridge, looking at the situation and solving it. So latest by Monday, the train should start working, because the information we got was, it won't keep long, the train will start working. But 3 weeks now, we've not heard anything from the government. No, and it is making our budget go high, because we've not planned for that extra budget.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, what the people who are working in the railway sector, and also the commuters, what they are saying is that the government has to do something about it, so that this train will come pretty shortly on the race and start working, to also give free flow to traffic, and also people who need this train to do different kind of business that they have. Those who are working, they are crying. So the authorities ought to do something about this. Okay, so Honorable, I hope you have nothing to say, or you have to say something.
Oh, so like the train situation is very...
So give us some of the train.
It's very relevant in, I mean, revolutionizing Ghana's economy. We don't value time. if we are people who value time, then it can go a long way to impact positively on the economy. You see, right now around 3 p.m., people are about to close from work. And when they close, most of them are going to be in traffic, wasting their time that they are supposed to get home and do a different work, or get home and rest their body for the day ahead. But a lot of people, now that they've closed, they are going to be in serious traffic for about 3, 4, 5 hours. But we know that the solution to curbing this traffic situation is to bring on board train network, because we know the train doesn't know anything like traffic situation. It moves from a particular destination at a particular time, and it reaches its destination at the exact time that is expected. So what this thing is also doing is that it is affecting us negatively, because you can't do multiple works. Right? We know that work cannot always be centered around you. Sometimes it has to be spread across, but it's not helping. It's also one of the reasons why in this country you see that we are all clumped in one place, because that is the only place you can find job. But you see, job should also be scattered in other places for us to be moving, so that the population will also scatter in some way. So this economy without train network is nothing. There is no hope. It's until we come to this realization that that's why I brought people always using train. Right? And also, I want to add this thing. You see the cars, some of them are like double-decker, big cars. You are supposed to have something. Government is supposed to bring someone on board. I don't want to use the word import, because you are supposed to manufacture them here before bringing them onto the road. You see, abroad, that's what they also do to reduce traffic situations. So the way we don't value time, that is what is manifesting in the situation that we are. And anybody who doesn't value time is always a poor person. So let's take this situation very serious. The way to make us responsible with regards to time is the way there is a reliable means of transport. And the way to get a reliable means of transport is to bring on board this train. So in this country, we have about only one in this whole city of Accra. It's not good. So following the government to really improve the situation, right? And Ghanaians will really appreciate. The NPP, when we are about to get near to the election, they brought on board some train network. But unfortunately, there were some issues, right? And that's how come we have OD1. But I think this NDC administration should do well to bring on board more trains, so that Ghanaians will appreciate them for that.
But not to stop the one that is
working. No.
But not to stop that.
We are supposed to
and you are stopping.
And not to stop it.
They should come back.
You know, to add up to what Honorable said, for this government has brought something on board called a 24-hour economy. So for that policy to work, we need to have good transport service or good railway network. Imagine coming from Dodowa to Accra, you are coming to work. Maybe there is a railway system or something, sort of something, coming to Accra. You will beat traffic and come to work and go back. But here lies the case. Only one train, a whole country. We can't manage just a train. So how much more if we should bring more than 2?
And now the train is sitting at Tema. And the workers are at home.
At home. They are not working.
What do you want them to do?
And at the end of the month, you will pay them. So what are you trying to... So I said, you are trying to tell we the people that you don't value the people.
Yeah, we know that the train fares are cheaper than normal road fares. So if you want to alleviate the kind of suffering Ghanaians are going through, then we should make a reliable means of commuting from one place to the other, which is the railway network. So these ones that is even not working, it is causing serious damage to people's pockets.
That's true.
So, and it's something that is unexpected. So government should really come in and support.
Okay.
But I think we're also trying our best to use this means to also call on
Yeah.
government to pay attention,
Yeah.
for which we very much appreciate.
Yeah. So we'll continue to talk about this train saga, that it should come on the rails to start picking people so that things will be okay. We'll continue to talk about it until it comes on the rails. We're going for short commercials. When we come back, we will delve into the main topic, that is illegal mining or the small scale mining. We'll be back in a short time.
Are you tired of mosquitoes ruining your peace? Say goodbye to buzzing pests and hello to uninterrupted comfort with GS Joseph Ventures magnetic door mosquito net. Designed for modern homes and easy to install, our strong magnetic closure ensures a seamless fit, no gaps, no hassle, just smooth automatic closing to keep mosquitoes out and fresh air in. Don't let mosquitoes take over your home. Upgrade to GS Joseph Ventures magnetic mosquito net. You can contact us on 059 499 6670. Again, 059 499 6670 or 0554 8411 and 27. It is located at Accra UTC, China House, adjacent Children's Hospital.
So we are right back, and this is Fingerprint. We've talked about train, the problem that is at hand. But we are not going to stop talking about it until it is fixed. Now we are coming to talk about small-scale mining. So now let me come to Honorable. Honorable, what are the economic benefits of small-scale mining in Ghana?
Okay, thank you very much for this opportunity once again. I think that small-scale mining is the issue that is, or the thing that is trending in Ghana so much. And there's been history behind this small-scale mining industry. And I think that this situation that we are in, small-scale mining and galamsey, there isn't any much difference between the two. When you say galamsey, it means gather and sell, right? And it's a Ghanaian thing. It's not something that pertains to other countries.
Oh, so that's the meaning.
Yes, it originated from Ghana. You see individuals as small-scale miners trying to have their own means of getting gold to depend on as their livelihood. But I think that ideally, we are not supposed to be doing small-scale mining.
Okay.
We are supposed to have big companies mining on behalf of the country for the development of the community that this mining is being done, and then the country at large. But unfortunately, the few companies that we have in Ghana mining, most of them are not even Ghanaian owned, or they are not Ghanaian company. So we are in a situation that people are being forced to go into small-scale mining, which is now being polished today as responsible mining.
Okay.
They're trying to let these small-scale miners mine in a very responsible way, a way that cannot, or a way that will not lead to the destruction of the economy and the people in it. So I want to come to your point on the benefit of small-scale mining.
Okay.
Definitely, the key benefit of small-scale mining is also contributing to the country's GDP.
Okay.
That's the country's gross domestic production. The production that we are able to produce as citizens within the country, or Ghana at large. Unfortunately, the small-scale mining situation also leads to a lot of smugglings and other things.
Okay.
So for years now, even though small-scale mining is being done, we haven't gotten to the point that it is really reflecting in the country's GDP. But you see, now that government has taken some initiatives to make sure that smuggling is reduced, and we are mining in a very responsible way. We have all seen how it is contributing to the growth of the country's GDP. For about the first quarter, the gold board had raised about $5 billion US dollars, and this is saving the country a lot. When we have this means of raising revenue to manage the country, we will not be forced to go to IMF and other international organizations for funding. Most of us know that when we go to them for funding, they put some unbearable conditions on us, which makes the livelihood of Ghanaians very tough. So I think that small-scale mining is good if it is being done in a responsible way. Now that we've not really had companies that are really Ghanaian and can do the mining on the large scale, small-scale mining is something that can help contribute to the country's GDP, and also as a means of creating jobs for the people in the community. When you are in a country and for a long time you've waited for Ghanaians or the government to do mining on your behalf for your economy or your community to develop, and you look on and development doesn't come, what happens? You get to a point whereby these people in this community where the gold are being mined are forced to go into small-scale mining, and you do a lot of things to stop it, and you are not being able to.
Can we get some of the small-scale mining?
I think that government is now taking good initiative to also guide small-scale mining, so that they can mine in a very responsible way, in order to reclaim lands and also be able to use the land for other benefits. Because it's a mining community doesn't mean it should always be gold mining. It can be used for agricultural activities as well.
Okay, so you mentioned the IMF, right?
Yes.
The IMF, that is the Bretton Woods institution, and this is the World Bank, and then the other one. And what they do is, it's tricky, so they are there to give you what you come for, but they are going to regulate you. So care has to be taken about this.
See, the interest that we end up paying on this is abnormal. If the world leaders or powers go for this very loan, their interest is much smaller than those of us in developing countries. So at the end of the day, we are funding the IMF with money. We are rather the backbone of the IMF. But deep down in the economy, we are here suffering and dying out of poverty. Unfortunately, last time I mentioned the Dutch disease, where you rely on one single economy at the detriment of other economies. When we go to these mining communities, what do we see? They are in severe poverty, even though money comes from there. The money goes into one or two or three single pockets at the detriment of the masses. So you see crimes in these mining areas on the increase, something that is not supposed to be the case.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Ben.
Thank you. Small-scale mining plays a vital role in our economy. Approximately 35%. Approximately 35% of our GDP has come from the gold mining. Gold mining, and also it has created jobs for about 1.5 million youths.
Is it the small scale?
The small scale mining. It has created jobs for about 1.5 million youths. You realize that now people who were into gold, cocoa, are now using their lands for small scale mining, because they've realized that there is much money in small scale mining than going into cocoa production. So it has created job for about 1.5 million. So you realize that most of them are youths. Because they see money every day. So they feel that working for someone will be a problem. So they will rather go into small scale mining. Like Honorable said, if the gold is in their in their community and they are not getting any benefit from it, they will go into it themselves, because if at the end of the week some of them are getting 7,000, 8,000 and stuff, that person will not want to work for anybody again. That person will still feel that there is money in small scale mining. But this government has taken it to another level by introducing the responsible mining. That was what Dr. Omani Boama and Dr. Mutala were going to launch. May they are so rest in peace. That was what they were going to launch when they met their untimely death. So, to come back to your question, it's create job for the youth. As I said earlier, it has created job for 1.5 million of our Ghanaian youths, and also it increases our GDP too as well. So I said it has created 35% of our GDP too as well. Yeah.
Okay. So if this is what illegal mining or the small scale mining is, I was honorable. So let's look at this. So what are the environmental, and I repeat, environmental impact of galamsey?
All right, thank you very much. I think that the environmental impact of galamsey has been negative to Ghana's economy. There should be a positive and negative side of everything, but if you narrow down what this galamsey is leading to, you realize that it has always led to the negative impact. One of this is the destruction of our forest reserves. The forests that we know that there are a lot of resources in the forest. The trees there, some of them are timbers that we can be turning into finished products and furnitures.
Look at our forest.
Destroy them. The key thing is the destruction in the water bodies. If you destroy the forest reserve, you destroy the water body. Indirectly, you, the human being, you are destroying
yourself.
Because you don't have a good water to drink.
Just look at our
a good
water
shelter.
bodies.
What is going to lead to is an extension to you, the person living in the community. So indeed, this has led to a situation whereby our forest is being depleted, water bodies are being depleted, the people in those communities are being depleted, and they make their own livelihood more difficult for them. Because if you have this kind of water there and you drink it, you know, mercury is very dangerous. When you smell it alone, it has a negative impact. If you touch it, if you drink it, and we know that mercury, which has been used in this mining and small-scale mining, has been resulting in a lot of deformities in newborn babies. Right.
Well, say it again.
Deformities in newborn babies. So when you see people and then their nose instead of 2 is 1, instead of their eye being 2 is 1. These are the negative impact of mercury that has been used to pollute this water bodies.
Just look at this.
People in these communities have to be buying common sachet water from other towns to live on. So at the end of the day, are you making life more difficult for yourself, or you are making it easy? If you do an overall assessment, you realize that this gold has created a lot of hardship to these people in the communities compared to people who are not even living in or who are not even doing this kind of mining activities. The land, even if you use for farming, research shows that it gives more benefits to the people in the community than if you are using it for
this thing, galamsey.
At the end of the day, all this gold are smuggled outside through some means, and the government doesn't even have a way of taxing it or raising revenue to govern the country and also make sure that there is responsible mining. So it's very sad. And this is what I'll say with regards to the environmental impact of galamsey.
Very, very sad.
On the environment.
Oh, okay, thank you, Honorable. Then,
you know, the effect of small-scale mining or galamsey is really, how do I put it? Bad. It's really bad, because God gave us the gold to rather better us, but not to create problem for us. But because of selfish leaders, rather it has become curse upon us rather than blessing the country. Because 8 years ago, there was a government who was rather prioritizing galamsey than bettering the livelihood of his or her people. Because if they were issuing licenses just here by heart for people to do small scale mining without even following the progress of what the license was given to them to do, because they were benefiting from it, so they paid less attention to what the effect will be. Because now you realize that galamsey is now destroying our water bodies to the extent that now, I think last week, Ghana Water came out that they should increase their budget or something to a certain percentage, or otherwise they will shut down their processing factory. Because now Ghana lacks water.
Just look at it.
For the past 2 weeks, where I live, I say 2 weeks, for the past 2 months, we've not gotten water. Always we buy water. So the effect of galamsey on our community is very bad.
Look at the community that we just...
Yeah. No, it affects newborn babies.
Just as Honorable said.
Yeah. I think last year, doctors came out to complain that we should stop the galamsey because it was affecting...
the nervous system will get destroyed because of
the mercury.
And what we see, once it rains, this same mercury goes into the sky and drops down on us, affecting the environment that we live in. So in some way, you think it doesn't get to you, but there are many ways by which it can settle around you and get into your body and cause a lot of, destructive health issues to people in this community. Also, you see, when there is destruction to the forest reserve, what it means is that you are going to create global warming, right? We know that global warming and tree planting, the solution to global warming is tree planting. So when you cut down trees irresponsibly, you are leading us to global warming, which is also another serious issue that can affect rainfall pattern in the community or the country. And agricultural productivity, even as human beings, we know global warming simply means that the sun is much hotter than it's supposed to be, because there are layers that are supposed to be covering the sky.
The ozone layer.
Once you cut the tree, means you are removing this ozone layers, and then the sun's radiation reaches you, the human being, in a more severe way.
Scorch you hard.
Causes a lot of health issues to us and death.
Okay, so we are rather putting ourselves into this sort of problems that you people have said. Okay, so now let me come to Ben. Okay, so we are talking about this illegal mining called galamsey in the local parlance. Now, let's ask these questions. How can small-scale mining be made more sustainable, Ben?
Yeah, small-scale mining can be made sustainable by regulating it. As a government, you need to regulate the small-scale mining. That's what this government has done by introducing the responsible mining. So this government will call all the mining companies and tell them that you are not supposed to mine closer to the river, or you are supposed to mine a certain meters away from the river. So by introducing regulations and making sure that they are doing what they are supposed to do, they will regulate it. And also, the government has introduced these water guards. So they are the guards that are protecting our river bodies. So when they see someone doing illegal mining, so they draw the attention of the authorities for those people to be arrested. So most of them have been arrested, and through these policies, the government was able to reclaim most of our forests. I think it's 9. So they've reclaimed all the 9 from the galamsees, but I think 2 they went back again to do the galamsey, and now government has reclaimed it again. So you realize that the policies that this government has put in place, they are fighting it gradually. It's not a day's work for you to fight these galamsees. The galamsees are not these small boys that we see. They are our leaders. They are the ones doing the galamsey.
Say it again. Say what?
Our leaders. They are the ones doing the galamsey, not this the community youth boy.
Some of our leaders.
Yes, some of our leaders. Some of our leaders. The greedy ones. They are the ones doing the galamsey because they can afford to import water or export water into our country. But we, the people,
You can't do that.
we can't do that. So this is the water that we depend on. So these policies that the government has put in place, they are fighting the galamsey bit by bit.
Look at our water. This water is like more than
It's a river.
Look at the water body. It's more than tea.
So this thing will kill all the fishes.
Yeah.
I saw big mad fishes in one of these galamsey pits, and the people doing doing the galamsey, they were happy, holding the mad fish, and they were big ones, and they were suffering.
Even someone.
Look at the rivers. I'm coming. Look at the rivers that you see. River Fin, River Pra, River and Cobra, and all is gone because of some few people particular interest. What is that? Okay,
no, someone made a certain funny comment that even the smaller goats in the river have run away because the water is no longer clean.
Just look at it.
Yeah, so you realize that the government is fighting the galamsey bit by bit, but the rate at which we want them to fight it, that's not what they are doing.
Okay.
They should rather be fighting the leaders who are involved in the galamsey, not the boys on the field.
Okay.
Yeah.
So not the boys on the field. Now, Honorable.
Thank you. But can you touch on the question again?
Okay, the question is, how can small-scale mining be made more sustainable?
Okay, I think that small-scale mining can be made more sustainable by promoting development in the communities where these minings are being done. If there is development in the community, people can have the chance to do other jobs aside the small-scale mining. The problem right now is that a lot of people are trying to go into the small-scale mining, and this is leading us into this situation that we are in, and people are doing irresponsible mining, and it's affecting the economy. So if we want to make it sustainable, we should develop the economy. People should be skilled to have some skills to do. People should also be trained to go into other areas such as farming, IT, and other stuff. Batik, tie and dye, things that also have economic value, not just galamsey. Galamsey cannot be a work for, everyone. Let's take the females, for example, in the community. How many of them can do galamsey? So if you really want to promote a sustainable economy, then we should look at bringing development into these areas where mining is being done. For me, I think that some of these people, because they have waited for a long time and development is not coming, they have taken the laws into their hands and they are going into this mining. We should have a situation whereby government itself will own these mining companies and be doing the large scale mining. If Ghanaians or the government has a company itself, you know South Africa has mining companies. Does Ghana have mining companies? If we claim or brag that we have a lot of gold, where are mining companies? How many of these mining companies are government owned?
So what of the what is the work of the gold board?
The gold board.
The
The main job of the gold board is to make sure that gold is not being smuggled out of the country.
Okay.
So that all this gold that we are mining in the government comes through the government, and the government decides on how to sell it and make good money out of it. Because when you smuggle gold, and you are going to give it a very, poor value.
Oh, no, I'm not cutting you short. You don't know that today some people were arrested
Today?
smuggling gold.
At where?
So the gold board did a press conference today that they will take them to court.
Okay.
Yeah. So you realize that the gold board are really doing their work very well.
Okay.
Yeah, prior to that, without the time that we didn't have the gold board, people were just smuggling gold here and there. Foreigners just can't mine the gold. They take them through, any borders of the country easily. But the gold board is regulating the movement of goods in the country, and also making sure that there is responsible mining in the country. We all know how the military man, Mahama, Major Mahama died, right? But unfortunately, we didn't learn good lesson out of it, right? The previous government wasn't in the situation. This government is trying its best to, make sure that the situation is better than it is. The fact is that it's not easy stopping Galamsey. That is why Galamsey has been there for a long time. The only way to stop it is to let the people know that you can be better off without going underground, which is more dangerous. If you go underground, you are going to put your life at risk. Galamsey is one of the most dangerous work, if not the most dangerous work you can do. Right? So why would people risk their life? There should be large companies doing this mining on our behalf, and we will just sit behind and then do other better jobs other than the mining. So I think that government itself should have a way to mine this gold so that people or the small scale miners can stay off the mining.
Okay, so honorable, against this backdrop for what you have said, some people also are of the view that at first, when you talk about Galamsey, there were the people who are in the community and they do this Galamsey, as you said, they gather something small, the good, and then they sell it for living. Now, when these our brothers, the Chinese, came in, they came with chamfan and other things. So they do all this sort of gold mining on the water, and that has polluted the water bodies the more.
Yeah, you see, so it's true. That's why a country like China, if you are looking at countries with gold, you see China coming in, you see US coming in. Sometimes you wonder, do they have resources in their country? We have gold in their country. They don't, but some of them have these big companies that mine for them.
In
And
Ghana,
some of them also come and smuggle our gold in some ways and take it as
yeah,
is.
honorable. So what you just said, the ambassador, the Chinese ambassador to Ghana here, he said the blame should be on Ghanaians, not Chinese. Why is he saying that? Look at where they are coming from Asia. Is it not Asia? And we are in Africa here. What did he know at Dendro Obuase? Where did he know at Obuase there? Where did he know at Enyerem, Konongo, and other places? Do they know there? No, it is our own people. So he said the blame should be on.
And sometimes they come and register through Ghanaians as if it's Ghanaians that are doing this small scale mine. But when you go into it, they are foreigners. So it's good that government is trying to give them new license as a way of checking the smuggling in this country. And most of them, as far as they are not from the country, they don't even care about responsible mining. They don't even care that they are destroying our water bodies. But you see, those Ghanaians who have gotten into this, unfortunately, some of them are in because of the hardship. Right? But both politicians and the leaders must have the country at heart. Galamsey is a very sensitive topic. The danger of it alone and the threat it poses to the people in the community alone means that this is not something that we should take it upon ourselves. Government has a way of mining in a responsible way through large institutions and companies. I don't think that small-scale mining is the way to go.
Okay. So, Honorable, You see it that way, that small scale mining is the way to go. No, no, and no. Now, let me come to Ben. Now, we are talking about small scale mining in the local palace. It's Galamsey that they are doing. Now, what are the social consequences of Galamsey? You've touched about some of them, but let's...
No, the social consequences can be conflict. You know, we remember when Major Mahama was killed, because he was there to stop this Galamsey, but it led to another thing, and he was being accused of being a thief. So the people have to kill him through him stopping the Galamsey thing. And sometimes it leads to child labor. Because some time ago I saw a video on social media. A small boy, he said when he goes to school, he's the one taking care of himself. So he would prefer going into Galamsey, do it for part time, then he will go back to school. I mean, what is this? A kid between the ages of 12, 13, 11 years, he will go to school. When it's 12 o'clock, he has closed himself, come to the Galamsey field, come and work, get money, go back to school.
Just look at that.
Just look at that. So before this kid will get to 18 years, the mentality alone will be a different thing. He will see school as, sorry to say, nonsense, because he sees money every day. He won't even respect people. So it's rather killing the kids in Galamsey communities, because they are no longer respecting people. They are no longer even obeying instructions, because they feel that we are in Galamsey, we are seeing money every day. So who are you to order me, or who are you to tell you what to do? So I think as the government should pay so much attention to all this, so that we will stop this Galamsey, because it's supposed to bless we. It's not supposed to be a curse upon us. So if we should put in regulations and we are able to regulate this Galamsey thing, to rather be a blessing unto us here.
I said I went to Kumasi. On my return, a passed by Konongo coming in the evening, in the night. Because here we see the machines there.
Just by the roadside.
Yeah, they are doing it. Don't know, the same question. Let's go.
Oh yes, so I think that indeed there are social consequences of Galamsey. We have a situation whereby, as my colleague said, what people in the community would largely know how to do is to do Galamsey, and that doesn't give them skills to do other kinds of jobs. So the problem goes beyond social consequence. There are issues of social vices like stealing, armed robbery. Since there is, you realize that, social promiscuity, sexual promiscuity, HIV, and all those things are on the rise in these areas. Because livelihood is very tough for people in such communities. So the problem goes beyond social to other economic and psychological and other factors as well. So I think that going forward, we have to really look at how we can really strategize the community, so that we will not just be focusing on Galamsey, but there are other economic activities for people to do. I think this will have to be done through skill training and creating job opportunities for these people in the area. Indeed, if Galamsey is going on, some people will not want to go to school, they will not want to do any other thing apart from the Galamsey. But that is not what you can do all the time. And it's leading to a situation whereby people are dying, right? They are losing precious family members, and it also has a way of putting burden on the family at large. Because if your parents who is supposed to be taking care of you is dead somewhere in the pit somewhere, how can the family cope with that going forward? So this is really destroying families and the nation at large.
Okay. So let's look at this. There are some instances that the people who are fighting this illegal mining called galamsey. They go to some locations where they are doing this galamsey, and the Anabisu was the one leading them. But it came to the point that even the people there, they are working with the Chinese, and they rather support the Chinese, and they try to go against the government. What is that? So does it mean that these people, they don't have any idea or anything about the galamsey activities that is going on their land?
They know, but most of them have committed themselves into it. That is why I think that the Interior Minister was putting in place measures to transfer these commanders in the mining sectors as a way of regulating this galamsey menace, because the galamsey is going on because they have the backing of the security forces. That is not supposed to be the case. That is why I said Major Mahama died out of this fight of galamsey. But what did we learn out of that? We didn't learn anything. At the end of the day, we worsened the situation. And one of the reasons why this government was voted out was their failure to find galamsey. So if any government is given the opportunity to govern the people and alleviate the poverty in this country, and you are not, and you come and you encourage galamsey, or you take it like it's one of those normal politics you do when you are in opposition, then now that Ghanaians have given the good people or this government the chance, they should really fight the fight to the latter. And in the end, Ghanaians will really commend them for that. Effort has been taken to do that. We know these tractors, recently there were rumors that tractors, in fact, it may be rumor, but it's also something we really need to look at in a more critical way. I think that we should not just use our mouth to be running our leaders down. Sometimes when you discourage your leader, if they are doing good things, we should really say the good things they are doing. But if you, out of politics, you always want to destroy people, at the end of the day, it is us Ghanaians that will suffer. That is why I was trying to correct my brother that it is not all politicians who are doing Ghana, it is some. So we have to fish out those who are doing it and punish them for that. Even if they are within the government, they have to be punished for that. Because galamsey is not something that has to be encouraged. We really have to find a responsible way of mining in this country. And the easiest is to get governments, institutions going into the mining sector, government companies going into the mining itself, and do it in a more responsible way. These small scale miners, a lot of times we all know the challenges that they may not have the right equipment to mine in a responsible way. They don't have the necessary capital to get the equipment that can let them mine in a way. You are supposed to mine underground, but most of them go into the water bodies and end up destroying the forest areas and the water bodies. That is why I will encourage government to really come in, mine the other areas that we can really mine, get the money and develop this country.
So education, they need education.
Yeah, that is very good. The people in the community also need some form of education so that they can push for a responsible way of mining. Some of them are doing this out of negligence, out of ignorance, because they don't know what this poses as a threat to them.
For them, they don't have work to do, so
they have also not gone to school. Some of them have refused to go to school to learn and know about the concept. And sometimes it's just too much of greed. Right? People want to get money at a go, forgetting the negative consequence that comes out of that. Because somebody, you hear good money, 7,000 and all that. Have we talked about the negative side of it? We haven't. Maybe if you are doing your farming on a low key for a period, a longer period, your cocoa farming, it would have yielded you much more result rather than destroying your land. But at the end, when they mine, they don't even reclaim the land. Right. That's why when you have big companies and they mine, they can have a way of fixing the land back to make sure that the land can be used for farming activities.
So this is what someone is saying, that the past government, as someone said, that they issue more licenses, and so they are the people who delve much into it. But they can also see that it
and
is.
you have, for them it was obvious. You knew they are politicians who were into the money.
So now they are saying that. Now they are saying that the current government too, they are also doing the same.
We should call out the names. If you know people who are doing, we should call them
because
out
this
and punish them for that.
This current government has taken a step because I think some big wigs in their government were accused of doing galamsey, and the president referred them to Yoku for them to be investigated. But compared to the previous government, who didn't do anything, because a report came out that so and so were into galamsey, but the president didn't take any step. But this government, the president has taken a first step. His own people, he has referred them to Yoku for them to be investigated. So this government is doing much effort. This government is putting in much effort to fight this galamsey, but it's not easy. You can't fight it within a day, because it involves all of us to fight galamsey.
So you saw tractors flying out of the country.
Within
the country, when we said that we were going to burn them, we were not even burning them. We could have even found a much more better way to make use of these tractors.
But what the government was saying, they were going to give it to the farmers for them to use it to irrigate their land. They won't destroy it, but they will give it to the farmers for them to use it to irrigate their lands, for them to start planting. So what they were saying, that they saw excavators flying out. The transport minister came out to say that they were rather taking it from the port to a safer place to decongest the port. To military zones. To decongest the port, because more things were coming into the country.
But why would people even import these tractors? And for what purpose? So I think that there should be measures where we will know the reason why you are importing. We should get tractors for agricultural purposes and not galamsey, because galamsey is not the way to go. If you go to all these areas where galamsey is being done, you realize inflation is the highest.
Their cost of living there is very high.
Prices of commodities are very high and abnormal. So why should we encourage that everywhere?
Okay, so Honorable, in few seconds, if you have the opportunity or the chance to work on galamsey, to stop galamsey, what are you going to do?
I think that we should mean our words. If you are a government, you are a leader or a politician, and you told the people, you came out on television, you fetch water and you show the colors to the people. Have you seen how brownish it is? And you come into power and you do the opposite. It means that you have failed the people and you have lied to the people and yourself. So the fight for galamsey, or the fight against galamsey, it's achievable. We really have to educate and enforce the laws, and we'll be able to curb the issue of galamsey in this country.
Okay, thank you. So, Ben?
Yeah, I would educate the people more. I'll give them skills and tell them that galamsey is not something that benefits the country, but rather if you have skills, if you have education, it will benefit you than going into galamsey, because at the end of the day you are eating from your sweat. But with the galamsey, it's only you that is benefiting, but at the same time you will lose too as well. So I'd rather educate you and give you skills too as well.
Okay, so our time is up. So Ben, finish it up so that we will have.
Yeah, as I said earlier, I'm a fashion designer, can be located at Accra, Newtown. I deal in all kinds of clothes, wedding, kinds of clothes, and I do for schools too as well. So all the headmasters and the headmistresses out there, if you need someone to sew your school uniforms, your Friday wears, your school jerseys, you can contact Luchu Clothing on 0247 250 345. 0247 250 345. Thank you.
Okay, so Honorable, do you have something to say?
Thank you very much for this wonderful opportunity. We all know that the problem of Galamsey is a headache to the citizens of this country, more especially in the mining areas. It's sad to have your family member living in this place, whereby they can't do any other thing apart from Galamsey. They are living in a community where prices of things are extremely high and they don't know how to live their life. So this is a very sensitive issue that we really have to look at in order to make life bearable for people in all parts of the country. Thank you.
Okay, so viewers, this is where time will allow us to bring this program to a fitting close. And next week we have another topic that also relates with Galamsey. So make a date with us so that we will all benefit from the program. My name is Ne Odai Kofi, and I do this with Honorable Samuel Ashiagbo and Benjamin Luchu. Catch me same time next week. Bye for now.
Tamɔ Shitɔ TV. AGBOGBLOSHIE MANTSE NII.